What's up, sports bettors? I have a last minute parlay on the NBA. So, as I always say, I'm just showing you what I bet, right? Everything I make videos about are just things I'm putting my own personal money on. So, you can see here, kind of everywhere, right? The whole goal of this YouTube is hopefully, I give you profitable picks that you're able to tail before the line moves, but also to explain to you the strategies, kind of behind sports betting, how to make money. So this platform called Underdog Fantasy is pretty interesting. And the reason it's interesting is any three-leg parlay you create, they're giving you $1 to win six, right? $1 to win six. You can take overs, unders, whatever. You'll notice this never changes. Any three picks, one to win six. So essentially, it's a fixed parlay platform, right? Any parlay you place, you're always getting the same odds. Three picks, you're getting minus 122 implied odds. So basically, when we're placing, bets on Underdog, we want to assume that we're getting minus 122 juice, right? So the first play I found is from the OddsJam arbitrage betting tool. So arbitrage betting just shows you, where you can place a bet on two sports books and earn a risk-free profit. I highly recommend you learn about it. It's literally risk-free money. I started out as a sports bettor, arbitrage betting, and then I got into positive EV betting. And arbitrage betting, it's tough because the lines can move quick. But more importantly, whenever an arbitrage bet exists and you can make risk-free money betting on an over and an under, by definition, one bet has to be profitable. So it's a good way to find line discrepancies in sharp plays. And you may be thinking like, Alex, that's BS. You can't make risk-free money sports betting. But the thing you need to understand is there's literally, millions of odds across these sports books, right? This is just one game. Look at all these rebound markets. This is just one game and one market on FanDuel, on one sports book. Pistons, Clippers, there's so many things you can bet on these sports books that there are a few rare betting opportunities where they screw up, right? And it's only possible because all these bookies have different odds. De'Aaron Fox over 7.5 assists. It's minus 122 on Underdog in a 5-pick or 3-pick entry. It's plus 142 on FanDuel, plus 125 on PointsBet. So big discrepancies in the market, right? So if we click into the odds, what you're going to notice is hey, all the sports books, they have Fox's over-under. FanDuel's kind of the only sports book that offers these weird alternate markets. So you have the mainline market, right? And then you also have these alt rebounds, alternate markets. So what you're going to notice is hey, most of these bookies, every bookie has the line at over under 6.5 rebounds for Fox, right? We can get him under 7.5, so a full rebound of value on Underdog Fantasy. So this is absolutely a play we want to be on. And again, most plays on Underdog aren't profitable, but out of the tens of thousands of random freaking things you can bet on this platform, they screw up occasionally, and you find plays like this where they're a full assist off from the rest of the market, and there's tons of value on the under. And again, as a sharp bettor, you're always looking for value. You're never going to get rich. The point of this YouTube isn't to show you how to get rich quick betting on sports. I have losing streaks just like you. Any plays I give out where I lose, I lose. Any plays I give out where I win, right? So I'm riding with you guys on all these. And the whole point is to kind of, show you the power of mathematical sports betting. So a lot of these plays I gave out today, like South Carolina Gamecocks, under 132, Massachusetts Minutemen, tons of bets. And what I recommend doing, so our first play, just to be clear, is going to be Fox under 7.5 rebounds, right? When every bookie is setting a line at 6.5, you have 1, 2, 3. There's unlimited data points all telling us, De'Aaron Fox, his assist line should be over under 6.5, not 7.5. So either Underdog Fantasy is smarter than every other sportsbook, or they're way off from the rest of the market, and you should be hammering this under. So I hit it, right? I hammered it. It's the first play in my entry. Then the next play I went with is right here, right? So I use the OddsJam positive EV tool a lot. And all this tool does is it scans the market, You can filter for any sports books you use. So here are the 6 I'm using currently in New York, Caesars, FanDuel, whatever. And what you're going to notice is like, hey, Jaden Ivey under 1.5 threes is minus 122 on Underdog Fantasy. No other bookie giving us better than minus 130. Most sports books pricing this like, minus 140 to minus 155. So clearly the under should be favored, right? Like sportsbooks imply win probabilities through their odds. Clearly the under should be favored. So we're getting Jaden Ivey under 1.5 made threes, minus 122 on Underdog. Clearly pretty ridiculous value. BetMGM has this minus 155, DraftKings minus 150. So we're using all this info in the market to tease out that like, hey, this minus 122 is ridiculous, right? That's a ridiculous value play. So that's the second pick I went with. And again, we need 3 picks. For a 3-pick entry, at the best implied odds of minus 122, you need 3 picks. Any questions you have, obviously comment them. So if you only play on Underdog, you can obviously just filter for Underdog. But regardless, the final play I ended up going with KD over 1.5 made threes. Lower profit margin, right? We obviously prefer the higher profit margin plays on OddsJam. But this one's slightly lower, over 1.5. So I ended up hitting it for $750. Right here. Here are my 3 picks. Fox under 7.5 assists. Ivy under 1.5 made threes. KD over 1.5 made threes. $750 to win 4.5K. Any questions? Feel free to comment them. Hopefully it was helpful. Again, some days I have less plays on Underdog. Literally the way I use OddsJam. I just refresh this EV tool and I see where the value is. And sometimes there's more value on Underdog. Sometimes there's more value on FanDuel. Whatever, right? So I follow the value. Sometimes there's more value in college basketball, sometimes NBA, sometimes NFL. So I try to just, literally follow the value and show you, the exact plays that I'm betting on. So again, also just track your bets. I highly recommend that at least for one sportsbook you're using, because you will go through, downswings as a sports bettor, as you can see right here. Sync your sportsbook accounts. You can't do it for every single one, but in New Jersey, there's, a few sports books you can sync. And what's really cool about this is it will just automatically pull your bets from those sports books. Again, it doesn't work for FanDuel or DraftKings, which is annoying, definitely annoying, but it will show you like, hey, I think I gave out this play earlier, right? This Kansas City play, it was my last video. So we lost, right? And it automatically syncs the bet and then tells you won or you lost. And why would you track your bets? Again, the whole reason you should track your bets is, every sports bettor wins and loses, has winning streaks, losing streaks. To figure out if you actually have an edge, you need to track your profit over a large sample size of wagers, right? So definitely, at least sync the sports books you can. WinBet, Caesars, BetMGM. There's like 5 or 6 that currently support that functionality. See your profit and loss. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're able to tail this, and let's make some money, guys.